Well, hello there everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's really great to see you there. Today I'm back on the trains again, but it's going to be a journey with a little bit of a difference. We're taking not one, not two, I think it may well have been 7 different trains. We're going to head east and then further east still. We're starting here in Teignmouth on the South Devon coast, and by the time we reach our destination we should, hopefully, fingers crossed, be at Berlin in Germany. And you are invited. Come along and see how we get on. So here we go, the first train of the trip. It's going to be the oldest one and the slowest one, and maybe the most scenic one, you never know. Very busy here. Okay, let's go. Well, that's train number 1 out of the way. That was the train from Teignmouth up to Exeter St David's. Here we are, welcome to Exeter St David's. We're changing here for the London train. I could not believe how busy that train was. It's midday on a Sunday, the end of June. It was absolutely packed. Where's everybody going? I don't know. Anyway, more adventures to come. Next one will be the IET, the Hitachi train, the Class 802 from Exeter St David's onwards to London, Paddington, and that will be our next stop after this. And here we are, train number 2. Here we are in Pewsey. Welcome to Wiltshire. Are you doing all right there?
I'm doing fine.
Good.
Full of biscuits.
Last stop before London. Oh, here we are in Reading. This station's like an airport now, isn't it? Not like it used to be in my day. And it looks busy. And so eventually here we are in London. Welcome to Paddington Station. Our next stage is to try and get across to St Pancras. 2 ways we can do that. We can either take the tube or we can take the Elizabeth line and then change onto Thameslink. Never done that before, so I think we might try that just for a change. So the first stage is to try and find out where the Elizabeth line is here at Paddington Station. No, look, Nina's found a friend. Who's this? Mr. Paddington himself. It's a magnificent old station, one of the grand London terminuses, or should it be termini. Here we are. Anyway, let's find where the Elizabeth line is, and that's the next stage, and then we're on to train number 3 already. Aha, looks promising. So which way is it going to be? Over to the right, I think. Right, so first stage successfully navigated. Right, next part is we've got to find our way to St Pancras via Thameslink. So it must be this way, I think. Only on the London Undergrounds and associated services like this can you find escalators like this. I don't think we've got any escalators like this in South Devon, that's for sure. So far so good. We made our way on to Farringdon Thameslink station. 1 stop and then we should be at St Pancras, and then we just got to find the right part of St Pancras for the Eurostar. It's such an adventure this for country bumpkins like us, isn't it?
Yeah.
From Deutsche Devon here in the big city.
Way up country now.
Anyway, this is not the first capital city, but the first of 5 that are planned on this trip, but more about that later. And here we are at St Pancras Station. Oh, and they bought my car especially for me, look. That's very kind of them, isn't it? Very nice indeed. Anyway, we're not here to look at cars. We're here to catch a train. And so here we are at St Pancras Station in the heart of London. Now we're not actually heading off to Europe tonight. We're going to stay overnight in the Premier Inn and then head off in an early morning Eurostar between St Pancras here. First stop after that will be Brussels in Belgium. Next stage for us is to find our Premier Inn, which is somewhere around here. Somewhere. Yep, found the hotel okay. So just before we move on into Europe tomorrow, let's just have a very quick look around. Right next to St Pancras Station is King's Cross, and this is a station that takes me back to the 70s, to my old train spotting days, sitting on the end of the platform here waiting for Deltics to come and go. And it's certainly a very different station nowadays to how it used to be. So we're just going to have a very quick look around King's Cross and St Pancras before we head off on the Eurostar in the morning. But this bit is very similar to how it used to be. Isn't it lovely? Not so many holes in the roof. Wow, and just look at this, the main food hall area of King's Cross Station. We were just saying, if you've seen our Seville video, this reminds us of the setas, the mushrooms in Seville. I wonder if it changes colour at night. It's lovely, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's time to maybe find something to eat or drink. Yeah, it's amazing what they've done, both to King's Cross and St Pancras Station, so much better than they used to be. Right, let's move our way across the road and head back to St Pancras. I always think it's amazing how you've got one main station there, some King's Cross, and then you come out the side door and straight away there is St Pancras.
International.
International, of course, yes. Right, in we go. Looks more like an airport, doesn't it?
It is. Amazing.
Yeah, so this is where we'll be in the morning to catch our train to Brussels. You can see there's a 17:31 and an 18:01 to Paris and an 18:04 to Rotterdam, then another one to Paris. So that's why it's like an airport, because you've literally got to go through security. This is really where you cross the border, I guess. And again, look at that wonderful old train shed there. You know, years ago they were going to knock this down. So pleased they didn't. It's a gorgeous station now, and of course it's still got its pianos as well that people can just come along and play. Isn't that lovely? Sir John Betjeman. Magnificent, isn't it? And on this side there's a Eurostar waiting to go. That'll be the train to Paris that leaves in a couple of minutes. And the iconic statue of a couple. Are they saying goodbye or saying hello?
They're saying goodbye.
Oh, 3 Eurostars there awaiting their passengers so they can whisk them off to the continent. I could stay here all day just looking around, to be honest. I know, sad, isn't it? Day 2, 5:30 in the morning. You wouldn't believe it. It's already busy here in central London. The sun is out, it's already warm, and it is time for us to head off to the Eurostar. And we are on our way, first of all, to Brussels. Right, here we are, Eurostar to Brussels, ready to go. somewhere in Kent. Somewhere under the English Channel. Bonjour, welcome to France. And here we are in France. Welcome to Lille, Europe Station. Nothing to see here, I'm afraid. And onwards we go to Brussels. Welcome to Belgium. So, welcome to Belgium and welcome to Brussels Midi railway station. Now we have another connection here. We're going to be moving onwards into Germany to Cologne, but we have got a couple of hours in Brussels and we're just wondering what to do with it. Do we wait around here or do we try and do something interesting? I know what I'd like to do. I've just got to have a word with and see if we can reach an agreement. Watch this space. So here we are in Brussels. We're at Brussels Midi railway station. We've had a look to see if we can get into the city centre, and I just don't think we've quite got enough time. It looks like we'd need to catch the metro. I thought we could just catch another local train on from here, which just takes 3 minutes into the city centre to Brussels Central, which would be right in the Grand Place, the main square of Brussels. But it looks like you have to get a metro, and we've got luggage with us because we're on our way to Berlin. So I think we're going to give that a miss this time, but it just shows you how easy it is to get here to Brussels.
Quick.
2 hours on the train from St Pancras, and we're here in the centre of Belgium.
Yeah.
Quite amazing. So we're going to have a little bit of a look around Brussels Midi station, maybe have a little drinky, and then we're going to be on the train to Cologne on a German ice train.
It's enormous, this station, though. It's like a city.
Absolutely vast. We'll show you a little bit of the shopping centre as we get back in. A beautiful, warm, sunny day here in Brussels. So anyway, welcome to Belgium.
Bonjour.
Or, yeah, or willkommen, or
yes, or
what's
anything
what's the
really.
Flemish? I don't know. Anyway, we'll leave that to you. And beautiful blue skies here in Brussels. I think we're fairly close to the city centre. It's literally just over there. If anybody's been to Brussels and they know how easy it is to get from Brussels Midi into the Grand Place, then please feel free to show us in the notes below. There's the bus station, and I think we're going to have a wander around into this little square here where I could see some little cafes and restaurants. We'll have a little drinky. What do you reckon?
I think that's a very good idea.
Very good idea. Let's do it then.
No.
Now, if we didn't have our cases with us, we could hire one of those, cycle into the city centre.
Thank
What do you
goodness
reckon?
we've got our cases.
Thank goodness we have. By the way, I must apologise. You'll have noticed on the video we cut from looking around King's Cross Station last night to all of a sudden being in France on the train. I did take further footage. We had a look around St Pancras, and I showed you very early this morning getting onto the Eurostar, and for some reason it hasn't saved. It's probably me. I pressed the wrong button somewhere, so sorry about that. But anyway, it's all about getting to Berlin. So here we are in Brussels, and we're going to have a bit of a closer look around Brussels Midi and the little area around that area. And there's a train just going off. That's probably the train we should be on.
Probably.
To the city centre. Anyway. Yeah, Brussels Midi is a massive railway station. Here's the main entrance. It confuses me how it's Brussels Midi and Brussels South at the same time. Is it 2 railway stations or is it 1? Anyway, there's a few little cafes over here. Let's go and have a closer look at those. But while we're here in Brussels, I'll just have a very quick look at one of the streets around the station. I guess it's pretty much like the outskirts of any major city, a bit scrappy. Building site there. Some quite nice buildings in amongst the more scrappier ones. But not really much to see this end, I don't think. Yeah, let's head back towards the station. Well, our next stage on this epic journey from Devon to Berlin by train will take us from Brussels Midi station across the German border, and we've got about an hour and a half in Cologne, but I think the Cologne railway station is quite near the city centre, so we're hoping to have a little bit more to show you there. And then from Cologne, then we catch another German ice train straight up to Berlin, Hauptbahnhof, and I think we're due in there about 8 this evening. So it's a long day on the train, but it's all adventures and it's all good fun. This station just seems to be full of multiple shopping centres. It's absolutely vast. I was going to say it's like an airport, but no, it's bigger than an airport. Look at the places you can catch trains to: Paris, Amsterdam, Ostend, Brussels Airport, Mons, London St Pancras, Genk, all over the place. And this is just one of the big shopping malls. There's another one off to our left that way, and another one off to the right as well. Just enormous, isn't it? So now I've figured it out. The Brussels airport train stops at Brussels Central. It's literally 3 minutes away. Never mind, too late for today. Another time. Good. Anyway, time for a very quick Belgian beer. We are in Belgium after all. Cheers.
We are. Cheers. Look, it's got a pretty little picture on.
It is. And cheers to you as well. And a big thank you to my very good friend Suna from the wonderful band Ebb, who says, while you're in Brussels, Sean, have a beer called La Chouffe. Is it? La Chouffe?
Yeah.
Anyway, this is it. Thank you, Suna. Cheers.
Cheers, Suna.
See you again very soon. Okie dokie, so we're back on Brussels Midi station. We've had a very nice beer just outside. Thank you to Suna for the suggestion. There's one of the new Eurostars. They've combined with the firm Thalys to do services between here, Amsterdam and Paris, I think. Anyway, we're waiting for our German DB ice train, which is going to take us to Cologne. I think it's the Frankfurt train, so that should be coming in soon. Right, we're on the ice train to Cologne. This train is absolutely packed. I thought London was busy. This train is ramped. Anyway, we're on and off we go to Germany.
Despite it saying you don't need seat reservations, I'd advise anybody to make seat reservations.
You'd be standing up all the way if not.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to Germany.
Great fun.
So it's all gone so well so far until now. We've sat on a DB ice train somewhere just outside of Liège in Belgium. We've been here for about half an hour now. Apparently there's a problem with the points ahead of us and they don't know when we're going to be continuing. We've got a connection in Cologne to get to Berlin. At the moment it's hanging in the balance. So what happens next? Who knows? But it's all part of the adventure, so stay tuned to find out. So it's now another 40 minutes later. We're now going in the opposite direction. We're heading back in the direction of Brussels, and we're wondering what's going to happen. Are we going to go back to Brussels and get a bus, or is he going to go back and then find a different line to take? Apparently the line through to Liège is broken because of the points. Either way, it looks like we're going to miss our connection to Berlin. So adventures, anything could happen.
Oh, hang on, it's zooming in on a map here.
Right, so we'll see what happens and we'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
And eventually, 2 hours late, here we are in Liège. This means we're definitely going to miss our connection to Berlin, but I think we'll be able to get onto a later train. It just means that we'll be very late arriving into Berlin, so probably have to grab something to eat on the train instead. Well, hello at last, Liège. Well, that was a little bit of a stressful journey, to be honest with you. 2.5 hours late into Cologne, but we are now here. The train got from Brussels to Liège, which is just very close to the German border, and then it stopped. It stayed there for 40 minutes and then went almost all the way back to Brussels again, before then diverting off onto a different line. Arrived in Liège 2 hours late. We eventually crossed the German border at Aachen, and then it crawled all the way to Cologne because apparently there's some signalling fault in the Cologne area. Anyway, we're here now. We're 2 hours late on our connection. We missed one, but we booked another train, so hopefully we'll be on our way to Berlin in the next 10 minutes or so. Yeah, looks like we're on the right platform. 16:45 to Berlin HBF, that's us. Hello. There we are. So the initial plan was that we'd have about an hour and a half here in Cologne, and the station's right close to the main square, but we're going to go and have a look at the main square and the cathedral. As it is, we've just got a few minutes, so that will have to wait for another visit. Anyway, hopefully any minute now we should be on our way to Berlin. We'll be arriving a lot later than we would have done, so we're going to grab something to eat on the train, I think. Anyway, we're nearly there all the way from Tinmouth to Berlin. It's been a bit stressy, but you know, it's an adventure, and we do it for you. This is an enormous station. This is the train that brought us here, by the way. 2.5 hours late. Anyway, got us here eventually. I think this might be ours, I'm not sure. No, it isn't. Yeah, our train from Brussels was absolutely rammed. The reason was the previous train from Brussels into Germany had been cancelled because of some fault. So we had 2 train loads of people on one train, and there were some people who were standing up in the aisles all the way from Brussels right over here to Cologne, and they had to do an extra 2 hours on top of the already 2 hours journey time, so 4 hours standing up. So I felt really sorry for them. It's a very hot day as well. This station, this is Cologne Station, it is rush hour actually, it's 10 to 5. It is absolutely manic. I shall never complain about Birmingham New Street ever again. Anyway, hopefully the Berlin train will come soon. It is already running about 10 minutes late. So, you know, if you complain about British Railways, I think DB probably is just as bad. Well, it looks like our train to Berlin is also delayed, so it's been one delay after another since we've gone to Germany, unfortunately. Nice to still see a loco-haul train though. That's really good, isn't it? And we did really want to see Cologne Cathedral, which is in the square next to the station. If you just look through the window, you can just see the spires of it. I think that's as close as we're going to get. And here it is. This is our ride to Berlin.
Bereich in Hannover, der Ausstiege sind Fahrtrichtung links.
Hanover, at last.
Ja, ich habe wahrscheinlich also mit der Möglichkeit, ich weiß gerade nicht, wo es ist.
And we are here.
Grund dafür ist eine Verspätung eines vorausfahrenden Zuges. Wir bitten um Entschuldigung.
And another massive railway station. So there you are, we have made it. We have done the whole journey from Tinmouth in South Devon to Berlin. It's been a long trip.
Yep.
I know we could have flown it, yeah, in
good
an
fun.
hour and a half, but we've had an adventure. It was absolutely fine. The Eurostar was great. The German trains,
Yeah.
comfortable, but yeah, not very much on time.
Food was okay.
But anyway, it's been a fun journey, and here we are at Berlin. We're going to find our hotel. What we're going to do after this, over the next day or two, well, we've got an idea. We're not entirely sure yet, but whatever we are going to do, you're invited, and that will be in the next video. But thanks for watching this one. We've done a mega train journey. I think we are ready for a drink, and then just...
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
All right.
Who said that?
Danke schön for watching, and auf Wiedersehen for now.
Bye.